Hey folks, just want to talk about fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, and why that's one of the most important things to take into account when investing, especially in crypto. A little bit of a backstory. I started in 2017 buying cryptocurrency, and I lived through the 2020 COVID dump. Now, we were already in a bear market for a couple years, and then COVID happened, and all the cryptos, altcoins dumped another 50%. At that time, which was the most scary time in my lifetime, pandemic, New York City, people are dying left and right. They're losing 1,000 people a day. I thought it was the end of the world. That's when everybody was selling their crypto. Nobody was buying, including myself. I sold some crypto at that time as well. In fact, I would have sold more crypto, but the exchanges were so backed up, you couldn't even get on. But by selling some crypto during that 2020 COVID dump, it cost me about $100,000. I actually bought back in a few days after, but if I had just left my phone at home, I would have saved myself $100,000. So the trick is, we always hear the Warren Buffett phrase, buy when there's blood in the streets. That's true. That's when you have to be buying your crypto and stocks and any other investment. That turned out to be the best possible time to buy crypto. Um, if you look at a coin like Cardano, for example, in March of 2020, let's go back here, March of 2020, Cardano was about 2 cents. And before that, it was up to 5 cents. It hit like a high of 6 cents, but during that COVID dump, it dumped down to 2 cents, in the 2 cents range. So, if you bought at 6 cents immediately, you lost half. And I did buy a lot at 6 cents, and I bought a lot at 10 cents. And I was terrified. I thought crypto was going to zero. I sold a little bit of Cardano. I sold a little bit of my Theta. I sold some Litecoin. If I had just held those coins, I would have done so much better. And of course, after COVID, yeah, we went through a rough patch, but everything went back up, and eventually Cardano hit $3, and Bitcoin hit $68,000. During the COVID dump, Bitcoin hit $3,400. All you had to do was either hold or buy during the COVID dump, and you would have done so much better. So the reason I'm making this video is because there's a lot of fear and uncertainty right now, but we haven't hit rock bottom. There could easily be an event that happens in the next year with the war, with inflation, with stocks or with crypto, that could cause that same type of fear that we got in 2020, and people are all going to sell their crypto. You don't want to be that person selling your crypto. You want to be buying crypto then. And if you can't bring yourself to buy, just hold. Take your phone, lock it away. Because historically, every time that happens, the people who hold and the people who buy do really well. Now, I'm not going to make that mistake this time. No matter what happens, I don't care if it's nuclear war, I don't care if COVID comes back and there's a variant that's far more deadly, I'm not selling, I'm buying. And if it turns out to be the end of the world, who cares anyway? I mean, if it's the end of the world, who cares if I lost some money in crypto? I mean, does it really matter? So that's how you have to look at it. And I do see in the next couple months to a year, we do get like a scary event. And we've already have a scary event with a whole, Russian-Ukraine war, but I think something might happen even worse, God forbid. And we're gonna get that flash crash where you get Bitcoin down to $20,000. All your altcoins are gonna half at that point, and that's when you have to buy. So be strong, wait for that event, have money on the side, because if we do get that event, there's going to be some major opportunity. Even if you look at Litecoin, which I was big into a couple years ago, if you go back to March of 2020, Litecoin, I think it was about $50. If you go back to like March, yeah, it was about $50. I actually think it went down to like $35 on some exchanges. If you had just bought then, it went all the way up to like, what was it, like $300. So, $350. So all you had to do was just buy during that fear time. And looking back, why did I sell during the COVID dump? What would that have even got me? Like, who cares? Like, okay, if COVID came and ravaged everybody and took everybody out, did it really matter if I sold my crypto or not? It's not like I have everything in crypto. I have other investments too. I have a savings account. I have some property. Why in God's name would I sell? Because I was following the herd. The herd was selling. And everybody who bought, for example, Cardano at 2 cents back in 2020 during the COVID dump, had an opportunity to sell at $3, and you would have been a multimillionaire if you only bought a couple $1,000s worth of Cardano. Now, I sold most of my Cardano at about $2 or just under. I bought a lot of my Cardano at about 20 cents, 10 cents. I did pretty good. But if I had just bought more during the COVID dump, I'd be retired right now and I'd be a multimillionaire. So that's how you have to look at it. So I'm ready right now for an event that dumps the market, whether it's Putin related, inflation related, weather related, aliens come down and, start war. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm buying more crypto. And if it works out that that's it and, the world ends, that's fine. But statistically, throughout history, if you buy when there's blood on the streets, you're going to do just well. And the most recent example was COVID. We all thought COVID was going to be the end. I mean, like I said, it was pretty bad around where I live. We're looking at the news out of New York City, the amount of people that were dying every day. Nobody was thinking about buying crypto then, but that's when you should have bought your crypto, and you'd be a multimillionaire right now. So be ready, have money on the side. Don't let fear control you. Don't sell your crypto during dumps, and be ready to buy. Just think, when it gets scary and everybody's doom and gloom and the news is bad, pick up that phone and just deploy some of that cash into crypto, and you'll do just fine, hopefully in a couple years in the next bull market. And that's how you have to look at it. Never let an opportunity go to waste. Now, there's no guarantee that's going to happen. We might go up from here, we might come out of the bear market. That's why you should always have skin in the game. I have some Cardano just in case that happens already that I've been accumulating under $1, and Bitcoin as well. But be ready for that COVID dump scenario that scares the crap out of everybody, and be ready to buy, because there's a good chance in the coming months or year we're going to get that scenario that scares everybody out of the market, and be ready to buy.